Hi, my name is Ludos Butkus, and in this episode of What to Hodl, I want to do a comparison between EOS and Ethereum. As you might know, EOS recently launched its mainnet, and there's a lot of news about it. There's a lot of bad news that there are different crashes of nodes and stuff like that, and we can finally start comparing it as it is with Ethereum. A year ago, when the ICO started, uh, a lot of people were talking that this is going to be the Ethereum killer, and now we can have a closer look and see what are the chances of EOS overtaking Ethereum in its market. So, firstly, I want to talk about the people behind these two projects. Firstly, Dan Larimer, who is behind EOS. He has two really great projects under his belt. First one being BitShares, a decentralized cryptocurrency exchange, and the second one being Steem, a decentralized social media site. Both of these projects are doing very well and are in the top 50 or top 30 projects on CoinMarketCap, and they are doing pretty well and growing. On the other hand, we have Ethereum and Vitalik Buterin, who is not the creator of these projects, but he is an advisor in these two ICOs, Kyber Network, which is again a decentralized cryptocurrency exchange, and Omisago, which is a payments app. So to my knowledge, he's not doing too many ICO advising anymore. Probably because just having his name on an ICO brings too much hype, and probably he's avoiding that for now. So next, let's do the comparison of their consensus models. So EOS is using decentralized proof of stake. So basically you are staking your tokens, and from that stake you are able to vote for the nodes that are doing the mining. There are only 21 winner nodes, and if one node is doing some nasty business, people can vote for another node and vote it out. So overall, it's quite centralized because the number of nodes is pretty low, but as we will talk later, this allows for higher scalability because it is much easier to update 21 nodes instead of thousands of nodes. So Ethereum is using proof of work, and they are thinking of upgrading to proof of stake in some near future maybe. And they currently have 17,000 nodes running Ethereum, and the number is uncapped because it can grow or can shrink based on how people use Ethereum. So with EOS there is a cap, there is only 21 nodes and it cannot grow. So in this part, Ethereum is definitely more decentralized. So transactions. So with EOS, there you have a lot of different claims. In every single article you can read about a different number of transactions per second. I have seen claims of 8,000 or 100,000 transactions per second, but currently I think they are only doing 1,000 transactions per second, which is still a very significant improvement if we look at Ethereum, which is doing 15 transactions per second at its full capacity, where normally it's doing only 7 to 10 transactions per second. Another big difference is in the fees. So EOS is having a different model. Basically, EOS has no fees for the users of the dApps, and for you to develop something on EOS, you need to have a stake of EOS tokens. This is how it works on EOS. On Ethereum, you have smart contracts, and to run a smart contract, you need to pay the gas fee. So to have a different example, Ethereum would be if you go to Facebook, you need to upload something, a picture, or you want to like something, then you will be paying On EOS, you would have your regular Facebook where everything is free, and if you all the costs are being paid by the company. So this is how it works. So yeah, other key points that we can compare are the programming languages. So EOS works with all the programming languages that support WebAssembly, and these are the majority of the programming languages that are being used. And on Ethereum you can program with Solidity. So I think this is going to be much easier for developers to code because they already know these languages and they only need to convert them to WebAssembly. Next, governance. So the governance on EOS, there is a quote from their white paper, is the block producers or nodes can freeze accounts, update defective applications, and propose hard forking changes to the underlying protocol. Basically, they have a lot of control over the accounts and the whole network. And on Ethereum, there's no governance on the on-chain. So yeah, next, the ICOs. EOS managed to generate $4.2 billion throughout their year-long ICO, and I think they did a pretty good job at fairly distributing the tokens. The people that ran at the hype at the start of the ICO, they bought the tokens quite at an expensive price, but the people who waited out, they could have snatched the tokens at 50 cents, which is very, very cheap. And yeah, I think they did a pretty good job with fairly distributing the tokens, because if it was only a one-day ICO, then probably there would be a lot of people that would not have had a chance to buy in. And Ethereum, they did their ICO way back and they managed to get funding of $18 million. So these are the points that I wanted to talk about. And overall, I think EOS will not be an Ethereum killer. I think they have different use cases. EOS is more going for the businesses that need a lot of transactions per second and stuff like that, whereas Ethereum, even though it's trying to scale up with second layer solutions with sharding, etc., to higher transactions per second, but they have a different use case where basically you cannot shut down any apps on Ethereum because it is fully decentralized. As with EOS, there is governance that can shut down apps, shut down accounts, and stuff like that. So I think they serve different purposes and they will continue to both be used by developers and different businesses. So this is it for this comparison. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments below and I will try to answer them. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.